Alright. Keep going that way, guys.
We're just about to start the Skegness 10k 2025. It is a very flat course. In fact, the steepest part of it is when you have to go over speed bumps, which there are quite a lot of them. So we're off. It's a very twisty turny course around the caravan park that's just here. Lots of little sections where you turn back on yourself as well, so you get a good chance to see lots of other runners as well. As you can see, it's spread out pretty quickly. I think the 750 was the limit today. If you're thinking of doing this, you pick the numbers up in that building on the left. It's called the Pig and Whistle, and you can keep warm in there today. It was a little bit cold. The rain held off. It had been forecast rain early in the week, but that held off. I think it just rained a little bit overnight. But there is a bit of a breeze that seems to be picking up as well. But you can see the puddles there from the rain from last night. First left turn coming up. I'm moving across, trying to avoid the puddles, straight through them. It's always the best way. And there's one of the speed bumps. If you actually run at the side of the road, there is actually a little, maybe 6 inches to a foot, where you could actually not have to worry about them. But I tend to be a runner that doesn't lift my feet, so I have to be careful not to trip on things like speed bumps. And another speed bump there. You can see it's very flat, lovely wide paths as well. A little left turn, another speed bump. I won't keep mentioning all the speed bumps, but just be aware if you do this run, there are an awful lot of them. Certain points like here, they ask you to keep right. That's because the other runners are going to be coming back in the other direction pretty soon. But we should see the lead runners. Always amazes me there they are, how far ahead they are already. There's a sign there asking me to keep right. I don't think I've ever seen so many caravans, mobile homes, all in one place. So we're just going to go round the roundabout now, and then head back along the way we came. And I think we also, the course twists in so many places, you just forget, or I certainly forgot where I was. But I think this is the same roundabout. You come back round as you get to the finish. How you do? I remember this sign, yeah, because when I get to the finish, this 1k sign here, I read that as 1k still to go, and my heart sank at that point because I hadn't got much left. But it isn't. It was just the 1k sign. I'm averaging about between 4 minutes 11 and 4 minutes 17, 18 per kilometre, and I managed to maintain that very even pace for all of the 10k today. More turns coming up. So when we get to the top here, we're going to go to the left, but once we've just about finished the 10k, we come up this way, we come here, but we will then turn to the right, and that's where the finish is. So we're just coming back along now. This is where we started, just behind us, and we're just coming back along past the Pig and Whistle pub. And this left turn here is the same as the very first left turn that we did when we just set off after about 100 metres, 200 metres. Back around the same corner there, but this time we are going off to the right down this path, and we will come back up on the other side here as well. There's a few bits on the course that it tells you to keep to the right, just because runners will be coming the other way. Plenty of marshals, volunteers out on the course, some of them dressed as gulls. I'm just into a nice steady pace now. It's one of the things I like about 10k. 5k I find a really hard push. 10k I find just that 5 or 10 seconds a kilometre slower to start with. It just makes it nice and easy. I don't get too out of breath, and I feel like I can keep the pace going really well. I think this was the point where I suddenly realised I had no idea where I was within this caravan park. 2 kilometres done, the sign was on the left there. Just trying to follow this group through now, just as we catch people up. I ran quite hard yesterday in the park run, so it's my legs feel really good actually, surprising today for this. Not the best preparation running a hard 5k the day before. Just realised as well on this, as I was thinking as I ran, I need to keep really over to the left as we go around left-hand corners and take the shortest route. Surprised if you look on an athletics track how much difference being in lane 2, what a distance it makes. Multiply that up by all the corners and it's quite a difference. Now I'm into my pace, just starting to pass a few people, slowly but surely catch up the next group in front, hopefully. Just going to move over to the left in a minute, just to take the shortest route around this corner. Just means I've dropped back again behind these three. Move over to the right here, go past them again. Hopefully I can stay in front this time. I feel like I'm running really well at this pace, no problem at all. Past some people and they sound totally out of breath already. I can see runners coming the other way there. Sometimes it confuses me. I look and I think, like, have I got to run there, or have I already run on that section of the course? Catching another few people up here. I don't know if the people just set off at the front or set off too fast, or this is just their pace, and then maybe I'm just a little bit of a faster runner, set off a little bit further back, and then just as I pick my pace up. I do feel good when you pass people. It's far better than being passed by people. I never like it if I've set off too far forward and everyone comes past me over the first 4 or 5 kilometres. I just feel like I'm having a bad day when it's like that. It's a really short turn just there down this path. This is probably one of the few little bits that's a little bit narrow here as well. Just feeling like I'm stuck behind these 4 just here at the moment. Just feel like my pace has just eased off a little bit. I just need to wait until either one of them moves over or there's a chance to get past, and I'll get past these. Here's the 3 kilometre signs. The guy passed me again on the left. I passed him, he passed me back, passed him again when we went round the corner. Hopefully if he gets through, I'll follow him through on the left hand side. He has done. Just making sure nobody's there. Just go through. And hopefully when we get down here, if there's just a gap, I'm going to pass, I'll push past these 3 as well. Legs felt really good, just a little bit of easing of the pace just there where I got stuck behind them. So once there's enough of a gap, I'll just push past. Here we go. Nice and easy. Now a big gap in front of me means I've got a nice easy road. I don't have to worry about trying to get past anyone or anyone being in the way, or I can take the shortest route and just my best path. What I'll try and do now is slowly but surely reel in these people in front. I say that, of course, but it may not be possible. They may be getting further away from me, but I feel like where I set off, I've got a really good pace and rhythm going now. Another turn coming up there. Again, you can see we're on nice wide paths. I think they're the lead bikes coming the other way. Yeah, here are the lead runners. That's 6 or 7 of them there. I know what pace they're running. Really fast pace, I suspect. as you run into the wind as well today, you can, on a few sections you can feel it. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but there are a few sections where it just feel a bit harder. I think I'm slowly catching this guy up in front now from when I passed the other group. Just stride by stride, reeling them in a little bit. I was running along here as well this way from that lead group that came, just to occupy my mind. I started counting them all just so I could work out roughly what sort of position I'm in. I think there was it 750 we could enter today. I think that was the figure, something like that. I can see the turning point here, yeah, that's good. Turn, so I think I'm in about, I think I captured about maybe 81, 82, something like that. It's nice, you can see who's just behind you as well, people you've passed, whether you're pulling away from them. That's 4 kilometres. I still feel really, really good. And once we get to 5k, in my mind, that's one park run done and one park run left to do. I can tell I'm a park runner, thinking things like that. It's my friend Emily, just coming the other way. She seems pretty close to me just there. I know she was hoping to try and get as close to 45 minutes, or just break under 45 minutes today. As you can see now, I've caught this group up in front, or these two just here. I'm not going to change my pace, I'm just going to keep at my pace and hopefully I'll just slowly get past them. Sometimes find when you try and pass people, sometimes they speed up, stay with you. I never think that's a good idea. I always think it's far better just to run at your own pace and not worry about anyone around you. One pass, just going to pass this guy, and hopefully I can slowly catch this next group up in front. Just gives me something to aim for. Just pick people off one at a time.
Well done, buddy. And you as well. Not far to halfway.
Apart from knowing we're between 4 and 5 kilometres, I'm totally lost as to where we are in the on the map of the course that I saw. Yeah, back onto a section with more speed bumps on.
Thank you.
These were the bits where it was a bit more exposed. You could feel the wind. Just past another guy there. Hopefully catch this next one up, and there's a bit of a bigger gap then. A speed bump there. Some I would call normal caravans here, not the big static caravans and mobile homes. They must be on a different bit of the park somewhere here. Really long gap now to the guy in front of me. Not sure whether I'll catch them or not, but I'll just try and keep working at this pace that I'm doing. I'm really consistent on pace today, having quite a good run. Well, we've just come up to the 5 kilometre sign. That's really good. That's 21.5 minutes roughly for the 5k.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can keep this pace going now. I can feel the wind now on this bit blowing against me. It's a little bit harder just here. I think when we're amongst all the caravans and other things, it just broke the breeze up a little bit in the wind that was blowing. Haha, gulls just clicked to water.
Thank you.
A quick shout of mine from the Disney film. Hole in one. Got a drink, got the cup in the bin as well. Just had a little sip, that's all. Just feel like when I did that, it gives me a little bit of motivation. I just seem to pick my pace up slightly, and as you can visually see, I'm a lot closer now to this guy in front. Very slowly getting closer to him, although it's a long gap after this guy to the next one as well, but I've not really looked behind at all to see if anyone that I've passed is just staying with me or coming along at the same pace. Just going to move over to the right just so I don't have to stride over the speed bump. I'm just going to move over to the left to pass this guy who's coming across left as well. So I'm going to move to the right. Just get past him. Looks like quite a long straight section here, looking at the map, and from what I could see when I was running as well. Just trying to get my head down, just keep this pace going.
Thank you.
Well, that was a surprise. I thought it was a long straight. I could obviously see people that weren't actually running. This bit's a long straight now. It is nice that you definitely don't feel the breeze the same when you're amongst all the caravans and mobile homes. Just coming up to the next kilometre marker, that's 6 kilometres. Feel really good, legs feel fine, don't feel tired, don't feel like my breathing's heavy. Just feel like I'm in a real good rhythm.
Thank you.
You see the cones, must be. Ah, yeah, I can see the bike. That must be the lead runners coming the other way there somewhere. They look to be a long way in front by now. I'm surprising myself how quickly I seem to keep catching people up even when there's a big gap in front. I suppose it's just getting into a good rhythm, that's all, and maintaining that rhythm. Well, I passed two and the first guy I caught up past the other guy as well. Looks like we're coming back out of the park just here. Oh no, just back to the what I would call normal towable caravans. Long straight section here. You can just see the guys in front. I'm not sure yet whether I'm making any inroads on getting closer to them or not. Coming on to one of the sections again where it's two ways. Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely catching, now I can see there's a bit of a bend, I'm definitely catching these up in front. Up to the 7k marker, just 3k to go now. As I feel good, the plan is sort of once I get to 9k, maybe then 9k, try and pick my pace up for the last kilometre and give it a real good push. So nice when you see the other runners coming the other way. Gives me something to occupy my mind, looking out for people that I know. That's that's the section where we don't see them, but no, I think that's the faster runners in front on the left coming the other way. So it must be another, looking at the map, another out and back section just along here. Tell by the pace the runners coming the other way, they're certainly running a lot faster than me.
Thank you.
Yeah, just telling us to keep right here. Oh yeah, must be just going, looking at that, just going for a little loop around these static homes. Yeah, there's runners coming the other way there as well. I'm totally lost. Just starting now to sort of feel a little bit tired. It's 8 kilometres. Tell my breathing's just picked up a little bit. Although I am doing to be catching these up in front. There's a big gap. 2 kilometres to go, that's all. So I'm hoping that once I get to 9 I can push a little bit. Just knock a few seconds off my time. Again, this is nice. You can see all those people at a very similar pace to me because they're not far behind here, coming the other way at this point. So between 8 and 9 kilometres I'm trying in my head to work out where we are, see if I can spot anywhere that looks close to where like the finish area will be. Certainly caught these 3 guys up just here. Just keep doing it step at a time. I'm not going to try and push hard at this point, not till I get to 9 kilometres, then I'll try and just push on for the last K. I do that quite often in training runs. I have quite a few runs where I know where the last kilometre is, and no matter what I feel like, I'll try and always pick up the pace and push on for the last kilometre, just so it helps me on races like this. side, but I just want to try and get past them before we go around to the right so I can move back across. Take the shortest line around the corner. I feel like I'm having a really good run today. The pace has been really good. It's really satisfying to keep catching people up and passing them by. Another guy passed. Not sure if we passed the 9 kilometre marker yet. Not sure if I've seen it or not, or whether we're very close to it. It's nice, that guy just giving me a bit of encouragement, giving some back to him. We can only run at our own pace that we run. Yeah, that's good. 9 kilometres, that's really good, just 1k to go, so I'm going to try and pick my pace up a little bit now. See if I can just push on a little bit. Again, no idea where we are. We're just outside the park. You can see caravans, so I must be getting back into it pretty soon. There we go, yeah, I remember coming with her along there. A pretty tight turn here. At that point I could just feel my hamstring there on that turn, like I just stretched it a little bit. Just going to have to be careful now. I'm just going to ease back slightly on the pace. I don't want to damage it. I can just feel a slight soreness in my left hamstring. It was a bad idea going fast around that corner. I remember this is the bit we did at the start a couple of times. I think along here, little out and back section. Yeah, there's the faster runners coming. So I reckon now we must be heading on for 9.5k, something like that. Just the last half a k possibly to go. That's, like I say, that's just because of my hamstring. I can just feel it. I just don't want to push it and risk any injury. I just need to do lots of stretches afterwards as soon as I've finished. And the roundabout, and then we're heading back. Hopefully not too far to go now at all. In fact, knowing from when we came on when we first started, it wasn't far to the start-finish area from just here. Oh, just seen that sign. That just made me demoralised. I thought it meant we've got 1 kilometre to go. I felt terrible reading that because I'm starting to really feel out of breath. Legs feel okay, but I do feel tired in the breathing. But I thought that was 1 kilometre to go, and I thought surely it can't be. I haven't got 1 kilometre left in me. But it's not. That's just the 1 kilometre sign from when we started. So yeah, we've been up this before, so it's just up here, and like a left and a right, and then we're almost at the finish. We must be down to the last couple of 100 metres now. I can feel my left hamstring, so I don't want to push any faster. I'm just going to keep this pace up. It doesn't sound like there's anyone close behind me. Might try and have a look as we get round one of these corners, see if I can just get a little of just here view with peripheral vision. I was just looking where the finish was there, and it is, yeah, it's just up here and just to the right, and it's the finish. Not going to catch anyone else up now, and I feel like there's no one just behind me. Great support today from all the people coming to watch. Here we are, here's the finish line, and my time today was 43:04. I was third in my age category and 72nd out of 646 runners.
Early on, I was really well positioned in greens and I was just chucking myself in the wind. But then when it started to bite,
all the way, looking good. Nice running, 547. Well done. Well done, Alice. Well done, Alice. Guys, you are looking amazing as you come over this finish line. Really, really good running. Well done, Gab. It's Brian. Oh, the race on, race on. Oh, into Epic nose. Love it. 396. Looking good there, sir. Well done.
Well done, Emily.